Hey everybody, it's Matt with remove-malware.com, and tonight I'm not going to be reviewing a particular antivirus product. I'm going to select one at random, but we're not going to be installing it. Instead, we're going to be using a rescue disk. Now, if you're running Windows XP at home still, and you get infected with anything these days, chances are you're not going to be able to get rid of it, because as soon as the malware gets loaded on your system, it locks down the system so completely now that your only real way to recover the system is A, reformat, which is of course the easiest way to go, or B, try to clean it off with a rescue disk. So, I've got an hour to kill here. I thought maybe I'd go ahead and do some kind of tutorial and show people. I get lots of emails every day and private messages and comments on YouTube saying, I can't install anything. I can't install Malwarebytes. I can't install Super Anti-Spyware. Or I have Malwarebytes and Super Anti-Spyware, but I can't update them anymore. You're probably infected with a rootkit, or a whole array of malware that prevents you from going to legitimate security sites. So I'm just going to kind of start from the beginning. Right here I have a really infected PC. It's locked down. I can't go to any security sites. I can barely browse the internet, and I can't access my task manager. I basically installed one Trojan, and it was the big daddy of Trojans. I mean, it went through a whole complete script. It rebooted the PC. It did everything evil to it. So at this point, what I want to do, since my PC's infected, I need to kind of disconnect it from my network. And why do we want to do that? Because we don't want to be infecting the rest of your broadband network, because I'm sure this PC is sending out spam. It's probably doing port scans like crazy, so we want to disconnect it from the network. Now, what we're going to do is, since this is my VMware box, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of jump on my host, and we're going to pretend this is another computer. Now, this does require two computers. You need a computer that's clean, that will allow you to download an ISO and burn that ISO to a disk. And then we're going to use that disk to boot up to our infected computer and try to fix it as much as possible. So the whole goal of using a bootable anti-malware disk is to kind of clean off as much as you can and hope for the best. There is no guarantee that you're going to be able to get everything. I use a anti-malware disk just to kind of break down a lot of the heavy-duty malware, and then I'll go in and clean up the rest with Malwarebytes and Super Anti-Spyware. So let's just go to Google, and we'll do a search for antivirus rescue CD. And no links really stand out to me. Looks like maybe the Avira one. Let's go ahead and look at that. Actually, let's just kind of focus in on this. Let's search by product. So antivirus rescue Avira. And we get the Avira. You probably can't see that. The Avira Antivir Rescue System. Let's take a look at it, see what they say. The Avira Antivir Rescue System is a Linux-based application that allows you to access computers that can't be booted anymore. It allows you to repair a damaged system, rescue data, scan the system for infections. So it does quite a bit. Let's go ahead and download it now. It's free to download. I'll go ahead and save it. It's 49 megabytes, coming down pretty fast, probably about 5 minutes left on that. So I'm going to pause the video while that's coming down. Be right back. Okay, my Avira rescue CD was downloaded. It took like 5 minutes. There it is. It's called rescuecd.exe. It's not what I was expecting. I was expecting an ISO. And I gotta preface this by saying I've never used the Avira rescue CD, so I don't know what to expect. So that probably went to my downloads. Let's see. And where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. If I open it, it's an EXE, which is sort of weird. It's usually an ISO. Okay, this is pretty cool. It has its own self-included burner. That is just awesome. So hang on a second. Let me turn around here and grab a blank CD. And hopefully this computer has a burner in it. I barely ever use it. It's just my test box. I think it does. Yeah, there it is. I just popped a CD in there. Not a DVD, just a CD. Hopefully it's reading it. Okay, it says I can burn the CD. So I'll go ahead and do that. Makes it really, really easy for extreme novices to kind of download a rescue CD and get it burned right away. Normally it would come down as an ISO, and you would have to burn the ISO with some burning software. So it's preparing to burn it. And I'll let this burn. I'll pause the video. Be right back. Okay, that burned really, really fast. Probably took about a minute. It says the CD has been created successfully. Please boot the desired computer from the CD now. So I'm going to go ahead and put the CD back in. And if we examine this CD from Windows, kind of show you what it looks like. It's got the Avira logo. Looks nice. If we explore it, should be just a typical Linux, like a Linux file system. So you can see all the typical Linux files needed to boot up off a disk. So. And then you've got the antivirus directory right there. So no real way to update it from Windows from what I could see so far. I'm sure there is a way, I haven't seen it yet. So let's go ahead and close that. Bring up our virtual machine. Shut it off. And we're going to boot our virtual machine off this Avira disk, this Avira rescue disk. Alright. So what I need to do is figure out how to boot this guy. It's a little bit different from a normal computer since it's a virtual computer. Okay, so I'm going to boot from CD-ROM and starting up Linux. It says 1 to boot into the antivirus rescue system, so it's automatically loading it. I guess it has a little countdown there. So it's loading some form of Linux. I'm not sure which flavor. ISO Linux. I don't know. There's a little Linux penguin. Okay, loads up the antivirus system here pretty fast. And it's all in German. I hope I didn't download the wrong one. Oh, I see buttons down at the bottom right hand corner for English, so I'll try that. Because I don't know any German, so that would make that kind of tough. So it's loading the signature files now. And let's see if I can switch this over to English. Alright, that was easy. Just click the English button. Let's go to configuration. See if there's any way to update this guy. Scan all files, smart scan. Okay, mount. Search path. Miscellaneous, command line. I bet there's a command line that would do an update. No, I don't want to do that. Well, I'll have to look into that because I'm not sure how you would update this. I know I've seen a few articles on the internet. I always use the Ultimate Boot CD for Win, and I can update that every day. So, but I wanted to check out Avira, so let's go ahead and just start the scanner instead. And it's scanning the local system, and it's already found 4 viruses, whatever they are, Trojans, 8, and so on. So we're just going to go ahead and let this scan, and the whole goal of this, of course, is to get the PC back to somewhat of a working condition to where I can go ahead and finish up the cleanup job. And that's it. So I'm going to pause it, and we'll be right back. I made a little mistake here. I think I was on report only. So what I need to do is go in configuration and try to repair the infected files. And then it said they have a thing here that says rename files if they cannot be removed. I'll go ahead and check that too. And then go ahead and hit start scanner. It's really, really fast, by the way. So let's see. File, yeah, not removable, file renamed. So as long as these are renamed, that should help out a little bit. Definitely, because that way they're kind of inert. They're still malicious, but they're not going to be executed by the system. So I'm going to go ahead and pause it, and I'll be right back. Okay, well basically it found 15 pieces of malware and 1 warning. It's okay. 1 archive was not scanned. I don't really care. I usually don't ever scan archives anyway. So hopefully this is enough to kind of get the system back to where I can sort of use it. So right away, I'm just going to go ahead and restart. And I'll take my CD out, so I don't need it anymore, or at least for now. There we go. And we should be rebooting. There we go. And normally I don't show the whole boot up process, but since I removed, some malware, I want to make sure you guys see it boot up normally. Hopefully, sometimes you'll remove malware and the system is corrupted. And then you get to reload Windows or repair it. Depends how much time you have. And right away I want to make sure I disconnect my network. As Avira got everything, you never know. Avira's good, but I'm pretty sure there's still some stuff left here. Okay. So what I would do at this point, if I was at a client's house, I would go ahead and grab a copy of Malwarebytes and Super Anti-Spyware. Now with Malwarebytes, you can go ahead and, this is for all you techs out there, you can go ahead and just download the rules, the definitions, the signatures, whatever you want to call them. Just in case you can't download them from the internet, you have the most updated signatures with you, so you can go ahead and do a pretty clean scan. So let's see if I have, no, Task Manager's not back yet, so we'd have to repair that later. And Super Anti-Spyware has some built-in functions to repair that kind of stuff. So what I'm going to do is just pause the video really quick and grab those two files. Well, I was having some trouble, or I am having some trouble finding the Malwarebytes rules. I'm not sure if these are current or not. So what I'm going to do is just install Avira, but I'm going to download the Avira updates manually. So let's look for Avira manual update. And I know that's straight from their site, but there's another site. Softpedia actually has it updated every single day. And they make it really easy to get. And here it is. They give you like 3 choices. It's basically just a zip file. It's about a 20 meg zip file, and it contains, you know, all the latest signature files for Avira 9. So basically, I can install Avira. I should be able to. Let's go ahead and see if we can do that. While that's downloading, go ahead and open this. Now, I realize this isn't the most exciting video. I guess none of mine are really. But it will show you how to clean up a really infected PC. I talk about antivirus. How exciting can it be? I mean, come on. So far, so good. Avira has a really quick installer, very quick. Now keep in mind, we're still disconnected from the internet. We don't want to take a chance in a Trojan downloader downloading something right away, because that's happened to me a couple times this year. And boy, is that annoying. Okay, I go ahead and hit finish. It says Avira is basically out of date. We know that. We're not going to go ahead and update it yet. And my Avira update should be down here somewhere. Should be downloaded yet. Let's see. Yeah. IVDF fuse bundle. Let's take a look. Hello. That's weird. Be just missing it or something. There it is, the bottom. Okay, so I'll bring up Avira. We're going to do an update, but we're going to do a manual update. Select my IVDF. It's going to go ahead and check the file and make sure it's okay. Alright. Took a while to update it there. Now, you know what? Now I feel good because now I know my system is up to date. It's up to date with protection. And that's going to allow me to go ahead and turn on my network card now and get busy. So I'm going to go ahead and install Malwarebytes, free. Malwarebytes excels in detecting all kinds of bad stuff, and so does Super Anti-Spyware. They're both like my favorites for removing stuff and detecting it. Little workhorses. So I'll go ahead and update Malwarebytes and launch it. And that's a good sign. The fact that I can actually contact their servers and download an update means that this PC is well on its way to returning to normal. And I will also check the Avira site for their latest update. I'll go ahead and do a quick scan. Keep in mind that when you're scanning with Malwarebytes, when Malwarebytes finds something, Avira will most likely find it. And you just have to pretty much choose quarantine with Avira, and then Malwarebytes will go ahead and proceed with its scan. That's only sometimes. It doesn't happen all the time. Okay, we're finding some registry items. A lot of people always ask me what's the best registry cleaner and all that. Don't use registry cleaners. They're the snake oil of computing. I could leave all these infections in my registry. A lot of them, 90% of them wouldn't do anything. Some people argue with me about that, but I don't know. I'm talking from experience. So I'll go ahead and let this scan. I'll pause the video and come right back. And this is what I was talking to you about earlier. Malwarebytes found something, or at least passed over the file, and triggered Avira to take a look at it. And Avira found it as Trojan PSW Delph DNC. With Avira, I will say move to quarantine and hit OK. Now, I could have scanned the whole system with Avira, but I had already done that with the rescue CD, which obviously wasn't up to date. Otherwise, the rescue CD would have caught that file. But, you know, the rescue CD got in there, beat down all the heavy stuff, allowed me to get in here with my normal guys, get this guy all cleaned up, you know, get my client happy. Boom, I'm out of there. That's it. So let's go ahead and let it scan. Be right back. Okay, Malwarebytes found 24 items, most of which were renamed. during the Avira boot scan, bootable disk rescue disk scan. Sorry, and some of them were registry items. So I'll go ahead and say remove selected, and Malwarebytes wants me to reload or restart. So go ahead and restart. Okay, the PC booted back up. Nice and fast. So far so good. Go ahead and install a super anti-spyware here. I know it seems like I'm doing a lot, but you just never know. It's kind of good to get a second and third opinion. And then super anti-spyware has a lot of other little free utilities in there that I use. Go ahead and check for new definitions. Gosh, I think this has got to be like one of the longest videos I've ever done. Hopefully it helps you guys out, because this is the same formula I use to clean up PCs day after day. Now, I use my own rescue CD. The Avira one was good, but I use my ultimate boot CD for Win. And that video is on YouTube already. You can check that out. Okay. Now, my task manager has been fixed by Malwarebytes. But I wanted to go ahead and show you, you can go inside of the super anti-spyware program and then go to repairs, and they have all kinds of neat little repair things you can run here. Like you can enable the system file checker, you can enable the task manager, so perform repair. And, you know, it's done. You can re-enable your control panel. It's got a whole bunch of stuff down here. I just didn't know if many people knew about this. I frankly didn't see it till a few weeks ago. Pretty embarrassing, but true. I don't know. I just didn't even notice it. So I just want to point that out to everybody, that that's there for you. So, as always, I'll go ahead and do a test to make sure I'm not being redirected somewhere. And I'll go ahead and go to Google, since it's always hijacked. And I'll do a search for free antivirus. And we'll try to go to the AVG site. Okay, loads up just fine. And now we will try to go to the Avira site. That loads just fine. And for my third one, PC Tools. And they load just fine. Let's take a look at my task manager. Look for any kind of weird processes. None that I notice. Doesn't mean they're hidden or anything, but nothing really that stands out. Normally I can tell right away. So that's pretty much it. I hope this little tutorial here on the Avira Rescue CD and beyond, that's what that's what I'm going to call this guy, this video. I hope that's helped you. And that's it. So I'm going to wrap this up. I need to go watch a movie. I'll talk to you guys later.